Hello there. Today I watched the movie Foe, and now I want to review it. It's a dramatic thriller with science fiction elements to it. The story follows a couple living on a farm who are approached by a stranger in the night with a life-changing offer. The film was based on a book by Ian Reid and was adapted into a screenplay by him with the help of Garth Davis, who also directed the film. The film stars Paul Mescal as Junior the farmer, Saoirse Ronan as Hen, his wife, and Aaron Pierre plays Terrence, the stranger in the night. The story is a big mystery with heavy elements of romance to it. We're introduced to Junior and Hen, a young couple living on a farm sometime in the near-distant future. The planet is dying around them, and their relationship is dying with it. Hen, short for Henrietta, is a passionate woman who dreams of living a life bigger than the one she has on the farm. She plays the piano and works at a restaurant as a waitress. When she's not working, she's at home taking care of her husband and helping him with their farm. Junior is an old-fashioned man who's a bit controlling. He gets jealous easily and is a bit paranoid about the government and its actions. He works at a chicken processing plant and likes to come home to a cold beer and a hot dinner. Their relationship started happy but slowly worsened over time as the two became distant from each other. When Terrence, a government agent, shows up in the middle of the night, they find themselves thrust into an unbelievable situation. Terrence tells them that Junior is being sent to a space station for a year to participate in a study on surviving in space. Junior tries to refuse, but Terrence threatens him with conscription and potential legal consequences if he doesn't cooperate. He also tells them that Junior will be replaced by an AI version of him while he's away. Terrence tells them that he needs to run some tests to make sure the AI is a true replica of Junior, and tells them he's going to stay nearby and observe him to make sure it is. We watch the couple dealing with the tests and bonding while dealing with the idea of spending time apart. In the background, there's also a B storyline about a group of mysterious men in black who seem to be up to no good. Outside of the three leads and the men in black, there are only a few extras surrounding them in their workplaces. The cast is extremely small. The visual journey involves seeing Hen and Junior's story unfold through their eyes, and by watching them as they go about their respective days. Around them, the world becomes more and more dystopic as the environment goes downhill. There are a few different sets, a farmhouse, a chicken processing plant where Junior works, and a restaurant. Outside of that, there are a few outdoor locations, one in salt flats, another few in a field, and one in a desert-like setting. We see Junior and Hen spend time with one another, have sex frequently, and have a few emotional conversations. We also see both of them at work. Sound-wise, there are original songs from several genres, instrumentals that try to support the emotional journey, and there's in-film music played by the characters. Hen is a talented pianist and belts out a few tunes throughout the film as well. Music is a big part of her character. The soundtrack tends to bring a sense of nostalgia mixed with the sense of mysterious dread. Okay, so how did the film do? The story technically makes sense when the twist is revealed, but there are a few loose ends left like the men in black. Their purpose was never fully explained, and some of their actions are left a complete mystery. The film starts with two characters in a tough and interesting situation, but spends a long time meandering without doing anything but hinting at a bigger story. The relationship between Junior and Hen isn't exciting in any way and reminds me of watching an old, bitter married couple with a few good moments. When the twist finally happens, it adds quite a big dimension to the rest of the film, but feels like it came a bit too late. They did a decent job of developing the characters, but there just wasn't anything big going on aside from the random instances of the men in black showing up. The cast does what they can with their roles, and to their credit, they managed to make interesting characters out of very little content and dialogue. Most of the film is focused on their appearance as they move through the world, and there's a lot of good imagery from all of them. Saoirse Ronan and Paul Mescal even get to do some great moments. Both of them get to go through a large range of emotions and play out an ending relationship. There's a lot of passion between them, but also a lot of differences. Ronan did a great job of playing out a heartbroken woman who's just trying to hold her family together. She plays the twist incredibly well and turns her character into a sympathetic person you want to root for. Mescal does a fantastic job playing out a paranoid person living in a terrifying situation. He ends up playing two different versions of his character and does a fantastic job of making them unique. Visually, the film is quite boring, includes a lot of poor lighting, and the journey is quite bland. The farmhouse where they live, the restaurant, and the factory where they work, and even the fields around them are all boring. Normal locations seen in an everyday light. The little bits of environmental disaster, the actions of the men in black, and a couple of the shots of the salt flats were nice to look at and stood out. There were good moments in a sea of bland earthen tones. There weren't enough of them though. Sound-wise, the film makes effective use of its soundtrack to try and support the story. The original songs add a lot of flavor to the characters and help us understand what they like about each other. The instrumentals add a good bit of mystery and danger to the background too. They even used music as a story element. It's a big part of Hen's character and helps signal what's going on to the audience if they're paying attention. The problem is that the soundtrack is improperly mixed. It's too loud for most of the film, directly competing with dialogue at several points throughout. It can also be piercing at times, and the strange sounds don't always match well with the scenery. Overall, Foe is a boring film with a good premise. They got good actors to play out very simple roles, and there are a few interesting moments in a sea of bland storytelling. The visual journey is boring and poorly lit, and the soundtrack is improperly mixed. If you really like watching bad relationship drama, maybe you'll enjoy this one. As for a rating, I give this film a 4 out of 10. Remember, these are just my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye bye.